It's a red card in this day and age when you slow things down and you put the point of contact and again John Lunstrom's foot's planted right against the side of Alistair Johnston's leg. But what I would say is, had VAR been there, nobody's moaning that that's not a red card. It was a yellow card. There's no doubt about it. So understand why it's a red card when you see it in real time. Yeah, he's fast.
Kenny,
I always say this: football, you need to.
Card, well, come on,
hang fire, James. I've just gave you the reason why I don't think it's a red card.
It's a red card.
It's a yellow card for me. VAR comes in, intervenes, and it's clearly, when it slows that down, it's always going to be a red card when it gets called to the Monarch. Had it not been VAR, nobody would have asked for that to be a red card.
That's a red card in the 1970s, Kenny.
Absolutely not, Chris. That is not.
I think you need VAR to see the point of contact. I know you're speaking about slowing it down, but when you see it full pace, he catches him above the ankle. He's out of control.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He's endangering
his opponent. He's not out of control.
Of course he is.
A very good morning, folks. I said I'd pop on, have a chat with you before the big game today. Big game, fourth derby of the season. Celtic at home, and basically win today. We go 19 points clear of Rangers, and yeah, they're on a bit of a spree at the moment, getting into Europa League last 8. But it's about the bread and butter today, and it's about us getting another step closer to the title, another step closer to the treble as well. And hope everyone's feeling good today, feeling optimistic. Yeah, Callum McGregor is a doubt for today. Brendan Rodgers said, they were going to assess him yesterday and then do the final call. If he doesn't play today, it'd be a massive loss for us. He's after scoring over 10 goals this season, and he's been unbelievable. But I just have a feeling it could be just mind games with Barry Ferguson, and hopefully McGregor will be fit today to play this big derby. So hello to everyone that's tuning in. I said I'd pop on for about half an hour before I head out. I'm on the liquid breakfast already, on the good stuff already. I've been just busy the last couple of weeks, folks. The content's been quite slow, but I'm hoping to be back in the next week or so, back doing regular videos, just dealing with work stuff and all that. So I appreciate everybody's tuning in. Where he's all tuning in from, score predictions, your starting lineup. Let's talk about previous games as well. Obviously, we won this fixture at the start of the season. The first game of the season, we beat them in penalties. I was only thinking this last night. Kyogo will be a big miss in these derbies, big time. But we have Days in Maeda that can step up and produce the magic. Will he play on the left today? Will he play in the middle? Will he be that striker, or will it be Keane and Jota on the flanks? It'd be interesting to see what Brendan Rodgers says. Up the Rossies. Good. Is that Rossies? Is that Roscommon? That's how I know. That's how I know of Rossies. In the St. Patrick's Day mood, and exactly. I might as well enjoy it today. I'm working tomorrow, so I might as well just, Guinness water, but has to be done if I want to have a long day of it and enjoy as well. So a bit crazy. So it'd be good. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Long Celtic turn up today will be too good. My concern is the ref and the VAR. We always say that when you come into this derby games that, John Beaton is the VAR official today. So yes, they have the away allocation as well. They have 2,500. 90% of Celtic fans don't want them back in the stadium. But at the same time, if you want to have our slice of the pie at Ibrox and have our fans, we need, just to balance it out. I know this is a Rangers problem. They caused this problem when Odsonne Edouard scored that goal on Mother's Day in 2018. They caused this problem. But, it ruins the spectacle. I've said it for a long time. I'd rather have away fans in. I know some fans don't want away fans, but I just think it brings a bit of spice to the game as well. You're being there shouting down at us. We're shouting back down at them. When they think they're on a bit of a run, saying, you're going to have 57,000 Celtic fans singing back at them. You know, I think it's gonna be a decent one. Yeah, I think so as well. Look at Barry Ferguson will have them fired up today. At the end of the day, yeah, I remember watching the game the other night. I was flying to Belfast, and I was like, "Oh, lovely! They went to penalties." But the way I think it is, they didn't play last weekend, so they got rest. So that basically just accumulates to some sort of minutes they would have played last weekend if they were playing. But they weren't in the Scottish Cup. They got beaten by Queen's Park. So I'm really realistically thinking about maybe 4-0 today myself. I'm thinking 4-0. I'm thinking, it's a big factor. McGregor plays, big factor. And this is the team I'm going for on my starting lineup. Very similar to what we usually, because look at the starting 11, you don't play Greg Taylor at the end of the day. Greg Taylor, yeah, he's been a good servant for Celtic and he has played well in these games over the years. But I think realistically, Jeffrey Phillip has been outstanding since he came in the door. He's a unit. He's good at getting up the pitch. He's already scored for Celtic. He's had decent chances in front of goal. I thought he was outstanding in Madrid. He's played in massive games in the Premier League as well against big oppositions. So I think, regards to the near factor with him today, not worried at all. Not worried. I think he'll hold his ground. Regards, I don't really care who plays for them. At the end of the day, they know that they're not going to win this league. They're just going to try get a bit of pride and try stop us, to trying to close the gap. But I think we're going to be superior at home, regardless of our midfield. If it's either up front or if it's Maeda up front, I think either will cause them problems anyway. I'd rather see either come off the bench, be that super sub factor. If we start off early, get a couple of early goals, you never know where this way can come. The only thing about Celtic is I've realised that over the last few seasons, when we scored early against these, at times we take the foot off the pedal in the second half, and we don't want that. We want to be going out there and hockey them, putting them back down to where they belong. They will be on a bit of a bonus factor after obviously not playing last week. Playing in the Europa League on Thursday night, there will be tired legs there, but I think, it's a Glasgow derby. It's not like they're coming back from Turkey to play this game. They were at home, so yeah, it was an extra 30 minutes on their belt. But Tierney's a good player for them. Raskin's a good player. They have a good squad there of players, but I think Tavernier is well past it now, and I think Maeda can cause problems there. And Arnie Ingles, Test, Jack Butland, take shots from outside the box. Rio Tate, take shots from outside the box. I just think physically we're better than them. Look at, we went into the derby a new year expecting to be too easy because they were crumbling. They've dropped out 19 points this season in the league. You can't take the opposition for granted, regardless if it's Rangers or Hibs or St. Johnstone. These teams are coming to Celtic Park to organise and to take a game to Celtic, and they will have a bit of confidence because they have a pocket of fans there. But look, we're at home. We're at home. We have a good manager. Brendan Rodgers only lost 2 games against them. 2 games, and I think in 24 games as a Celtic manager. And some phenomenal games. We go back to the first game we played them with Brendan Rodgers, the first time they've ever played in the Scottish Premiership in the Glasgow Derby, which was the 16-17 season, and 5-1 that day. I remember being nervous that morning with Dembele starting, because I didn't really think much of Dembele. He scored Europe and stuff prior to that, but replacing Griffiths, getting a hat-trick that day, Sinclair scoring that day, Stuart Armstrong, that was a phenomenal stuff. I didn't get to sit down last night and do the usual tradition, sit there, have a can, watch all the derbies over the years, but they all stick in my mind, the good and the bads, unfortunately. There's not many bad moments. It's been mostly good moments. But 5-0 today, same. 4-0 today. Big Dom says, interesting to see how well Ingles plays for Calmac if Calmac injured. You could play Ingles in that position. You could play him in that position. I'd play Luke McCowan in that position more than I'd actually stick Ingles up in that role. I know Ingles has played there for Wolfsburg and stuff like that, but Etate, McCown, and Ingles. So you maybe play Ingles more attacking, McCown holding back a little bit, but McCown's attacking player as well. So bit of variety there in the midfield. It's a shame that Paulo Bernardo is not back. I know James Forrest is in contention for the game as well. He's been a miss. I know Yang has stepped up. Jota coming back in the door has been unbelievable. And Jota has some phenomenal moments against Rangers as well. Look at that header at Hampden. Look at them lobs against McGregor. You know, that iconic celebration. Some really good moments. So this is my starting lineup for today. If McGregor plays, I don't know why I have Yang. Apologies, I don't know why I have Yang in there. That's the wrong side. Hold on, the wrong one. Here we are. Picked out the wrong picture. I'm like, why am I playing Ralston over Johnston? Not a chance. So Alistair Johnson, Jeffrey Shubb, Austin Trusty, Carter Vickers, Schmeichel. If McGregor plays, which we're all hoping he does, Ingles, Atate, Jota, Kuhn, and Maeda leading the line. I think Maeda, you know, over 25 goals this season. He has been unbelievable, stepping in, you know, crucial goals, being probably the player of the season. I just think, as I said, the last season, I think he's an unsung hero at times, Days of Maeda. But massive asset. We can't lose him this summer. Can't lose him. We can't lose him. We can't lose Keown. We can't lose them players. We can't lose Alistair Johnson as well. I know there'll be clubs sniffing around for Alistair Johnson. I know he signed a new deal, but can't lose him. Can't lose him at all. So hopefully we'll go out there and scalp them today. We're all looking forward to next season, but you need to get these games over and done and dusted. And as I said, Jeff Shullop, not bad. I could see him getting stuck in, getting yards up that pitch, and you know the fans will always make it a special occasion as well. I hate this malarkey when a Celtic fan calls it an Old Firm derby. It actually cringes me. I feel like saying, you know what, you shouldn't be locked. You shouldn't be allowed out of your house. You shouldn't be allowed to watch the telly. Knowing who calls it an Old Firm derby, it just shows that they're buying into that propaganda of Sky Sports, buying into that whole, it's an Old Firm brand. It's not an Old Firm brand. Educate yourself. Why were you singing Jelly and Ice Cream back in 2012 and you're singing the Rangers are dead, but yeah, you're calling an Old Firm? Why are you nudging saying that they're still the same club? They're not the same club, you know? So goes through my head. It absolutely goes through my, like, seriously, when folk come in and say to me, oh, we're going to watch the Old Firm derby the weekend. Oh, hold on, I'll get out the VHS player and put on the last Old Firm derby, which was 3-0, you know? Charlie McGrew started the party celebrations. Yeah, that was back in 2012, but that was April 2012. I felt like yesterday. They got liquidated, and we've had so many good times since. Think it's going to be a close enough game. Conan's saying we need to keep the refs out of this one, give them nothing. Look, at the end of the day, the refs, regardless of Celtic decisions or Rangers decision, they are going to get decisions wrong. And that's unfortunate because some referees in Scotland are just not up for it. Or some of them are just not. Some of them are just have blue glasses on. And look, we go back to that Hibs game over a month ago. I said on the channel that ball wasn't across the line, and a lot of Celtic fans argued with me that day. And even the ref, even Willie Collum came out and said that it was the wrong decision that was given. So be interesting. 34 people tuning in. I'm going to stay on for about half an hour, and I'm going to make tracks into town. I really appreciate you watching. As I said, I'll be back properly on the next few weeks. I'll probably get on tonight, steaming, but I'm looking forward to this game today. I'm looking forward to just, you know, getting this over and done with. I always get nervous, even though you're confident, you always get nervous. I'm not going to the game today as a shame, but just getting out and watching it is always special. It's always special, you know. They'll try kickers off the park. Of course, it's, you know, Barry Ferguson, look, he was a good player for them, for the old club. He was a good player for them, as much as I don't like saying that. But, you know, he had that captain's mentality. He won trophies with them, and he knows how important a City derby is. We're not going to call it an Old Firm derby. A City derby is. A Glasgow derby is. So he'll be he'd be itching to try get some sort of result against us today. Even I wouldn't be surprised if he even try and park the bus and get a draw. But I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. As much as the fans don't want that. I was watching that podcast last night, the William Hill one that Gordon Duncan does with Naismith, done one with Boyd and Sutton turned around and said to Boyd. So, like, will the Rangers fans be actually celebrating like a big, like he's won the league or something if he's win? And Boyd didn't have a clue what to say to him because they're done. They're done. Like, let's be honest, they're done. And I won't be surprised. Let's put the magic words out there. Maeda hat trick. Maeda hat trick today. It's a strange one, but I'm going for a Maeda hat trick. Ingles penalty. What if Maeda gets taken down? You know, and he's 2 goals on. Do you think Ingles will give it to him? But I'd like to see Cal. If Callum plays today, it'd be a massive lift. I know it's a lift having James Forrest back in the squad. And I think, you know what? Yang has done well since his girlfriend's after coming over, and he's played really, really good. And obviously one of his biggest doubters. Still believe he needs a loan move in the summer to get used to the league, get more minutes. I think there could be a player there, but 2-0 going on 6 today. Yeah, hopefully it could be a 3-2 game. It could be both teams to score. As much as I like saying that, it could be both teams to score. Look at Casper's distribution, the ball's been fantastic. There has been times where he has passed the wrong ball at the wrong time. And look at no keeper's perfect, but he has that hunger mentality. He knows after playing against these. So, you know, we beat them in a penalty shootout in the League Cup. They're going to be hurting from that. They will think about how they beat us at Ibrox as well. And then but Brendan Rodgers made it clear he's out for revenge today. He's out for getting them 3 points. He's out for, you know, getting as much points in this table, winning this league. I said at the start of the season, we'll win the league with 20 points. And that's my prediction. I said 20 points. I said between 18 and 20 points. I just think that the way this squad has matured compared to this time last year, I think we're in a really good position. You know, we have Ingles that are coming in for Matt O'Reilly. Well, a lot of people doubt him at times, but I think he's been fantastic. We have Callum scoring goals. We have Maeda stepping up. We've obviously lost Kyogo. We've Jota come in. We've Keown on absolute fire as well. You know, we've got, you know, Trusty. He's got his critics, but you know, he looks more steady than Scales at the moment. And look, I love Scales. Don't get me wrong. I love Liam Scales, but I know a lot of people don't rate him. They call him a bomb scare. They don't rate him as a player at times. But as I always say, Scales has done it as well at Derby days, and he's been magnificent as well. But it's good to have him on the bench as an option if he's available. With regards to Lager Bielka's doing really well over in FC20. Do you take a hit on him, bring him back in the summer, give him a chance? I know he's not a Rodgers player. It's an interesting one. I think we will make our money back off Lager Bielka. We bought him for around 3 million from Elfsborg. And I think we'll probably sell him for about 5 million. So we'll see what happens. Keep the comments coming in as well. I heard they're doing a very special video winning the 3-3 game. And sure, remember. Do you remember that 3-3 game? Look, that was a great for it. I had me May over from Dublin, and that was an emotional roller coaster. But what we've looked forward to after today is we look forward to having our fans at Ibrox for basically this celebration. We'll have the league well wrapped up by then, and you know, we could have it wrapped up for St. Johnstone away at McDermott Park. They're giving us 3 stands. It could be Kilmarnock at home, but we'll see. They're calling it the treble. Oh, for God's sake. They're not nuts, Tommy Andy. They're absolutely nuts. Well, if this is your first time coming across the channel, folks, please do like and subscribe. Get the questions in. Get the score predictions in. Tell me out of 10 how nervous you are about today. I'm about a 7 out of 10. Probably, usually when I have a few tins down, we actually get more nervous. Once you see that television on and them fans and them starting lineups kicking in and, you know, the music's kicking, you're like, whoa. It's gonna be a roller coaster as always. Not wearing hoops today. Wearing the Irish Origins because it's Paddy's weekend. So usually I wear hoops for it, but this bad boy has to be worn. Not a big fan of the new Irish Origins top. They'll probably wear it going into the stadium today. Not great. Not great at all. I think it's quite expensive. 90 quid for a training top's ridiculous, scamless. But that's Adidas, that's Celtic. They bring merch out and people will buy it. They know that people will buy it because it's pushing the marketing side of it, social media and stuff. 2 Venoms in, and everything is fine. Not feeling it. Oh, Jesus, you'd be gone to bed early today. 2 Venoms in, like pints of Venoms or jugs of Venoms. What we on? You'd be fair play to you. What time are you up since? Do you know what? I went to bed early enough last night. Well, actually, it wasn't early enough. It was 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the morning. No tunes. No cans. Being bored. Being an old granda. Sitting there. House coat on. Celtic house coat on. I'll keep myself for today. Could be a long day. Could be a long day of celebrations. I know realistically we can't win the league today, but it's another step closer. You get the butterflies in the stomach. You're winning the league. Like, we've only lost the league once in the last 13 years. We've done really well. And, you give all the managers that have managed us a tap on the back. I know we have the wage there, the wage structure, we have the money there, but football's not easy, especially against teams that want to cause an upset, teams that want to stop Celtic win, teams that park the bus against Celtic. And, playing Hibs last weekend, didn't play great against them, to be honest. Thought it was very bland at times, but, their keeper kept them in it. And we're into the Scottish Cup semi-final against St Johnstone at Hampden. Could have been a harder one. It could have been Hearts or Aberdeen. And, St Johnstone, they're an all right side, but let's be honest, we should be favourites, especially in Glasgow, to do it. I'd probably get 3/4 of Hampden anyway. I can't see St Johnstone bringing half it, taking their half of Hampden. They'd be able to say 3/4 as usual. It's all in Celtic's hands to win this treble now. I can't see any team stopping us. I really can't see anyone stopping us in the league. Rangers are the only ones that could maybe cause a defeat from us for the rest of the season. Let's be realistic. Or maybe another Hibs away day. No, we played Hibs already twice already in the league, so we won't have to worry about Easter Road twice again. No, I got that wrong. I think we're done and dusted with Hibs, regards to every playing them. Maybe a split, post split, we'll probably play them again. So I think we're going to do well. I think we do well. We'll win this today 3 or 4-0. I'm fancying Maeda. That's who I'm fancying, to be honest, which is love this picture. This picture is of Brendan Rodgers' first ever game against them. That just look at the emotions there. I'd love to see him do the emotions today. It'd be unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So that's my team I'm going for. Just want to move this comment out of the way. Get the comments in. I'll pin them up. Hope anyone's birthday today as well. So Shemichael, Carter Vickers, Trusty, Jeffrey Shullup, Alistair Johnston. He'll be up for it. He's always up for it. He loves playing this. Loves to be rolled up for it. Atate, Ingles, McGregor. If McGregor plays, that's what I said. If it's a 50-50 that he'll play today, Jota, Keown, Maeda, they've all scored against these. Look at Jota's moments against them. Look at Keown's moment against them in the cup final. Look at Maeda scoring the winner penalty in the cup final against them. Daisy Maeda loves an early goal against them, but it's usually at Ibrox. But yeah. Big Vickers, you never know. Might be a Vickers header. Never know. I think that's the strongest team you can go for. You could play Eden, play Maeda on the left and bring Jota on. And maybe bring Yang on the second half for Keown if Keown is not performing. But I think Keown will be up for it today because, let's be honest, there's teams in England looking at Keown. There's teams in the Bundesliga looking at Nicholas Keown, and he's not for sale. That'd be a lucrative offer to come in to sell Nicholas Keown. Scored against Bayern Munich is was a big thing for him regards to getting his stake in the German team. I know he wasn't called up in the last German team, as far as I know, but he will get there. I think he will. Keeps pushing and pushing. It's going to be eventually time where Nagelsmann will have to call up Nicholas Kuhn. Look at it. Germany have a phenomenal team, phenomenal attacking players, and to get into that squad just shows you must have quality. You must have quality. And Nicholas Kuhn, by scoring in Champions League games, winning trophies with Celtic, being consistent, scoring week in, week out, you can't dispute it. You can't dispute it. He deserves a chance at the end of the day. But if you can do it today, look, you're on the world stage. Everyone knows Celtic and Rangers. Everyone knows the derby, the Glasgow derby. You know, as I said already in this channel, there's no such thing as an old firm. So any friends of yours that's going to the pub with you today, texting you saying old firm, just block them on WhatsApp and text them saying, until you start calling a Glasgow derby, I'll unblock you. Because it cringes me and absolutely cringes me. It just shows like what people buying into this crap for, big time. Let's see. It's 2 seconds now. Look, he is overdue a big performance. Like the last 2 or 3 games, yeah, he has dropped down a little bit of form, but overall as a collective, Big Dom, he's done well this season. Give him a tap on the back. I know everyone's all focused on Maeda. Jamie Brown, what a picture, by the way, cracking picture. Going 4-0 for the Hoops. Maeda will score 6 hit. Makes sense to Barry. Go Maeda hat trick. Why not? Go down to that bookies, Jamie, and you put Maeda hat trick on, and you'd be thanking me. I don't have nerves about this game today, but see, did you have nerves? I don't think you had nerves about Ibrox, did you? Try to go back to that podcast that morning. You always have nerves about derbies. I just think it will make you a little bit nervous because they have their little fans back, and look, they have the safety nets up. Will the toilets be in one place? They'll probably be drinking out of toilets as normal, but as I've said, I know a lot of you don't agree with me in this perspective, but having a away allocation for this derby, it makes the game a little bit better. I know we don't want them back in, smashing the place up, ripping seats up and ripping toilets up, but if we want to have our slice of the cake and, piling on the agony at Ibrox, we gotta do it. Not pride, big Dom, the Dominator. We'd like to see Big Luke score, or Luke scoring against them. 100%. Imagine him. He loves wearing that long sleeve jersey lately. Big, the Greenock Bruiser, Lukey. I agree with you, Jamie Brown, on that. True, but it's not so far. I ain't got the usual pre-match nerves. Probably you stick the music on, watch a couple of derbies, highlights of derbies before that. You should probably kick in. Sky Sports goes on, then you'd be on it like a car bonnet. Should have a cage around the animals. Yeah, we'll cause them more money, isn't it? We've put loads of money into that security stuff. I know what you're saying. Look, will we get the safety nets? Look, it's revenge for us after what they done to Arnie Ingles on the New Year's fixture as well. I hope he goes in there and, scores a beauty today. As I said, bang one in against Butland. They're coming off a high, getting to Europa League. Let's be honest, like, as much as they're in Europe and it's good for Scottish coefficient, all this crap, I'd rather get into the Champions League playoff rounds and get that revenue, collective revenue over the Champions League campaign than going on to win a Europa League. They're not going to win the Europa League. Yes, there's a 1 in 8 chance they win in the Europa League. The teams that they have to have Bilbao next, and I think Bilbao will smash them. Bilbao has that incentive because they're the finals in Bilbao this season, so we'll see what happens. Nah, it doesn't work like that. What's the point? Look, I would like a deposit off them as well, but I don't think they're going to make much of a big cost today because they know that they have the allocation back and they don't want to be losing that allocation again. You know, I think eventually down the line, I think it will go back to the old allocation. I think it will eventually. But I know a lot of fans are not up for it. I can understand that. But having a portion of them in and, you know, seeing them going home early, everyone singing Live It Up, it's a great feeling. Everyone doing the huddle, you know. Barry raging, McGregor raging, McCann raging, you know, Dodds raging, you know, John Kennedy just laughing, Brendan laughing. Now, Brendan doesn't really laugh. He just, you know, holds it to himself and then has the laugh at the final whistle. But we'll be all expecting a Chris Boyd meltdown. We'll all be expecting that today. And it's good to see you in, Colin. Hope you're doing well, bud. Great to see you in. Not been on in a while. Good to be back. The podcasts have been, I've cut down on the podcasts over the last month. So if anyone that's been watching, like, where has he been? What has he been doing? Has he given up doing this channel? No, I've just been taking a step back for dealing with other stuff. So I'm dying to come back and get the stuff right. It's busy times, folks. Your family, you've work, you've other stuff going on. It's very hard to sit here and be having that, you know, that Red Bull in your system and being like a Duracell bunny talking to you. It's, I'm always on the go. Always on the go. They did it years ago. Man, you need to look that up for me. I'll look it up on the train on the way in. I'll look that up, but good point. Good point, Tommy. Good point. So, folks, I'm going to leave it there. I better scull this Guinness. I'll be back on tonight. Could be 8. Could be 9 o'clock. So, just prepared as well. So, YouTube has that subtitles function. Just put that on when you're watching the video later on. Regardless what the result is, if it's draw or we absolutely scalp them or unfortunately we lose, which I touch wood we don't lose, I'll be back on tonight to chat with you. So I'll be blah, 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 with a Guinness hat on. So sit there, get the popcorn out, get your Buckfast out, get your Mad Dog out, get your cup of tea out, get your cappuccino out, Lacino he. But yeah, we'll be looking forward to it. I'm going 4-0, Days of my 8 hat trick, and I'm going to fancy Arnie Ingalls. Bold prediction, or it could be 3-1. 3-1 or 4-0, I'm going. Yeah, let's just get trust. Let's just get trust to break Dessers up. Yeah, just let's have that. Let's have that. As you know, the ref does play a big part in the game as well. But we'll be back on tonight, folks. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't be a dafty. We're closing that 19,000. We're marching on. We'll be hitting that 19,000 as soon as possible, and get the Guinness flow, get the tunes on for a rest, and enjoy the game, folks. Stay safe, stay classy, and remember, form is temporary, liquidation's permanent. We leave you with this. Haggy Maggie. Where's wee Haggy Maggie? Is she gone? Did I delete her? Oh, this is funny. I love this.
I'll tell you what, I'm proud of my Rangers, but the only thing that annoys me about the whole game, if I look at the whole game in a whole, is Rangers didn't start off well, Simon. The first minute we had a wee chance, we Kent cut it back, and then we died. But I'll tell you one thing, Simon. I seen one thing in that game that really made me proud of my Rangers, and I love my Rangers.
I love my Rangers, Simon. I love my Rangers. You be saying this again today?
James, can I just get your thoughts on those 90 minutes today?
Obviously disappointed to drop the points that we did. It's obviously.
But it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's not going to change.
Back. How much did you enjoy that, especially at the end?
Yeah, definitely amazing feeling. I think I couldn't have written that better, and it's just such a happy moment for me to come back, for the team to deliver as well, and again to celebrate with these amazing fans, because they really deserve it.
You seem very emotional, is that fair?
Yeah. It's been some quite difficult moments, obviously, like ups and downs, and I just feel like I'm back home, and I couldn't be happier than this.
This is just the